Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Super Jerry 27's Nerd Cave. I'm trying something a bit different today, a different room in the house. Obviously, this is the comic book room um, because sometimes I just don't like people saying that I don't know my stuff about comics. So that's not all of my comics either, but that's a good chunk of them, which is why getting the roof fixed was so damned important. But today we're not here to talk about comic books. I am here to talk to you about 5 Xbox 360 games that you should not sleep on. Xbox 360 and PS3 are kind of the cheaper games to find right now. PS4 is kind of leaning into that as well. I just picked up the Order 1886 for like $15 plus tax. I'm excited. I played it years ago, and I'm like, I want to pop that into the PlayStation 5 and see how that fucker looks. But let's get on it. These are 5 games that if you see thrifting or roaming around that A, are great, and B, they might be worth something in time. Obviously not right now because all right. So first I've got a weird RPG from one of the greatest RPG developers ever, Obsidian Entertainment. They brought us the Sith Lords 2, Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2, and of course Fallout New Vegas. And that is Alpha Protocol, espionage RPG. Now, I will admit, I bought this, I think, at launch, and I did not like it. I'm just going to say that right now. I had a hard problem with the controls and all that, but this was back when I was an achievement hunter. I don't do that anymore. I just want to beat games now, beat as many as I can, because I have so many that basically if Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo decide to go to download only or like Steam and shit, I have enough games to play for the rest of my life. I mean, I'll be upset I won't be able to play new Resident Evil, but life's a bitch, right? And then you die. So Alpha Protocol is definitely one you're going to want to pick up. You play as a spy. I don't know. Makes me want to really do a run through this game. A civilian airline has been attacked, and the worldwide political tensions are rising. As secret agent Michael Thornton, your path is open, and your options are unlimited. In the first modern-day espionage RPG, your greatest weapon will be choice. So I'm pretty sure you can find this on the cheap. If I find out otherwise, I will let you know, like a little blurb. Hey, dumbass, it's $60 now, so don't go for it. But this one to pick up. Hopefully they fix some stuff, because I know when I put it in, they updated it. So here's hoping. All right, up next is a game from a lost company that brought us Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is Neversoft. They brought us a first-person Wild West game that kind of fell under the radar. Now let's see. This came out. It doesn't say, but I want to say it came out around the time of Red Dead, or Red Dead was heating up. Or maybe not, because this had a PS2 release. Either way, it got lost in the shuffle. I think it came out with Call of Juarez, and nobody was having it. They thought it was the same game, but this is an amazing game. When life robs Colton White of all that matters, the only thing left he can trust is his gun. Journey as Colton on your quest to exact vengeful justice on those who have wronged you. I want to say this is voiced by Thomas Jane. I think I'm right on this. And I want to say Sam Elliott's in it too. I haven't played it in a bit. I remember I had to loan it to my buddy as well, who worked at the comic book store, because he wanted to play it and he wanted to get the Achievos, because we're all achievement hunters back then. But this is a fun game. I even have it on the PSP. I found a copy of it on the PSP. It's called Showdown. It's a dumbed down copy of this game, but it's great. It's I don't know. I really enjoyed the hell out of this game, and if you could pick it up, I would pick it up. Don't sleep on this. Up next, I'm kind of literary. I like to read, obviously not just comic books, but classics. And Dante Alighieri's Dantes Inferno, The 9 Levels of Hell, is a great book, I guess. Kind of a warning sign. Don't go to hell, bitch, you know? And Visceral Games at this point in time were doing great. I mean, Dead Space 1 and 2, Dante's Inferno. Like, this game is amazing. It's a God of War clone, and I want to say this came out around the same time as God of War 3, so that was a bad idea from EA to publish then. They should have done it a year later or a year after, and maybe given Visceral a little more development time with it. Let's see. Can't remember this guy's name. Maybe he doesn't have a name, but you play as a Templar whose girlfriend or wife gets sucked down into hell, and guess what? You're hopping down there to save her. And since there's 9 levels of hell, there are 9 levels in the game. And I remember playing this, thinking it's amazing, and then thinking, darn, they kind of lost their chutzpah after a few levels, like Lust and Gluttony are amazing. But then when you get down for a little bit, you're like, oh, that's just the creepy corridor that I could find in any inner city now. Darn. So maybe had EA given them a little bit more time, we would have had a God of War contender like Battler, because I would love to see a sequel of this. Because, yeah, well, I've only beaten the good ending. I need to replay this and play the bad ending. This is backwards compatible because I think I have it on my Xbox Series X, so I should go through it and do the evil side. Blah, ha, 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 ha. All right, so I love weird and quirky games, if you can't tell that. So Suda51 is one of my favorite developers, creators with his Grasshopper manufacturer. And Shinjin Mikami, who created Resident Evil, Dino Crisis, Evil Within, is another one of my favorite people. And guess what? They teamed up for a game called Shadows of the Damned, where you play Garcia Hotspur, and you have an amazing gun that I don't remember the name of the gun. I haven't played this in a bit, but I love this game. I don't know, but it's a gun. It talks to you. It's hilarious. It's grossly inappropriate. This game I don't think is cheap, but you should get it. I really wish we got a sequel to this. I think we're getting an updated remake, like with Lollipop Chainsaw, which is also a good. I like the game. Some people hate Jessica Najiri, or however you say her last name. I shouldn't have said her last name in case I said it wrong and I offend people, but I think that's her last name. I don't know. Mostly plastic, good-looking girl. She's the basis for. I'm pointing at my game stack, or one of my game things, Lollipop Chainsaw, which is a fun game. I like it. They remade that, but I haven't seen anything. I gotta have to look that up. But supposedly a remake of this is in the works, or an upgrade. So if that comes out, get it, please, so we can have a real sequel. I know Shinjin Mikami has retired after Evil Within, but here's hoping I'm wrong. And then finally, this game does not get any love. It is also based on an old Chinese book. I want to say 12 Years of... Oh, shit, no, that's a different book. Gosh darn it. It is based on a book. And that's Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, made by Ninja Theory, who gave us Hellblade, and a bunch of other goodness that I can't remember. I want to say Ninja Gaiden, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know. I don't feel like getting up and looking at my shit. But this game is great. Anthony Serkis is in it. You know, Gollum. Stupid fat hobbitses. That guy's in it. He mocaps Monkey, who is controlled by this lovely ginger, trying to, see what happened with the world. I played this years and years ago, and I loved it. It didn't do very well, unfortunately. Play as Monkey, a strong, brutish loner who must work with tech-savvy partner Trip. There you go. Her name's Trip. Not good-looking ginger. As they traverse a rough post-apocalyptic landscape and survive a perilous journey home. I love this game. I kind of want to replay it, but I know it was long and there were some janky bits in it because there's a lot of platforming. But if you can find this and pick it up, get it. The twist at the end is great. Anthony Serkis's mocap and voiceover is always great. The guy deserves an Oscar, except he did give us Venom 2, Venom Carnage or whatever, Carnage Unleashed, and that movie sucked. I don't know what you're thinking there. You could have done a couple rewrites, but yes, these are 5 games that you should not sleep on. If you have a working 360, I mean, they're cheap right now. I think you can get a 360 for $15. I mean, obviously, open it up, take a look at it, make sure it works so you don't blow up your house. But those are 5 games you should not sleep on. Let me know if I missed any in the comments. If this one's popular enough, I'll do a sequel because I've got a shit ton of Xbox 360 games. So like, comment, subscribe, share, dislike. What do you think of the new area room where I'm just surrounded with my collection? This is how I'm going to be buried like a fucking Egyptian pharaoh. But I'll see you soon in another video.